Welcome back to the 128 KB podcast. We are back once again.
Due to lack of popular demand.
Oh, yes. The demand is so lacking that we're back again with over 2,000 subscribers.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, everybody.
And I want to start off the podcast.
Yeah.
Just giving a big shout out to our beautiful members.
Oh,
because
we love you.
We do love you.
Yes.
And it's a growing little community. It's really
indeed.
cool.
Yeah.
The private Discord for members is a beautiful place to be. So
it is,
if you're a lurker and you like this and you just want to join in the conversation and extend it and see pictures of Andy's dog's balls, then you can go to our Discord if you're a channel member. Yeah. Hunt for the balls. It's actually a game in there.
It is, yeah.
Yes, this is your weekly dose of all things gaming.
It is indeed.
Two delusional gamers.
Oh, delusional.
That one of us has recently been converted to fully to the dark side.
I have, yeah.
Back to the dark side.
Back to the dark side. It's weird, isn't it? Because it goes full circle.
It does. And I know that you're going to be drifting away from it soon.
Yeah.
When the Switch 2 drops.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Of course, the dark side I'm talking about is the PC Master Race.
Yes.
You're fully in the Windows game now.
Yeah. Well, I am, basically. Yeah, I've gone back.
Yeah, the Ally X has swayed you.
It has.
I know I made a big declaration and everyone that's in the channel memberships is holding me to that. I'm going to buy this Ally X.
Have you placed your order yet?
No, I've not. No, I've not placed my order yet. I'm just struggling still.
Okay. Yeah.
And kind of to add to that struggle is that I've actually broken some gospels as well.
Oh, what's that?
I pre-ordered some games.
Oh, on what system?
I think we did a whole podcast episode about don't pre-order games.
Yes, we did, yeah. And you've pre-ordered from the worst company.
The worst company.
The one company you should never pre-order from.
I'm sorry.
I'll spill the beans. Let everyone know.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm a hypocrite.
Fake.
Fake.
My favourite comment to this day.
Yeah,
Fake.
Still, I like that it carries on as a practical joke.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I couldn't help myself. You weren't there to stop me, is the problem. Normally... No, actually, worse than this, you encouraged me.
I did, yeah, I did.
I text you and I went, I'm thinking about doing this. And you went, yeah, go on, it's a good idea. But
normally I say no.
I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I was like, do it.
I've been very good at not buying games because I've fallen so deeply in love with Game Pass.
Yes.
So I've been saving a bit of money as well.
Yeah.
And not buying retro games anymore that I'm not going to play.
Exactly, yeah.
So I've been saving some money. And my outlook this year was to only... purchase games that I'm going to play.
Yes.
So new games that
stuff.
I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And Game Pass has fulfilled that for me. I want to say pretty much since the end of last year.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Since Starfield, probably.
Yeah, that's when we both jumped in, isn't it, really?
There's been a couple that I've bought, but I bought them digitally as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Final Fantasy 7, obviously. Bingo card quite quickly.
Straight in there.
No, so to remove the suspense from this... I pre-ordered a game from Ubisoft.
Oh, how could you?
I don't know why I've done it.
Ubisoft. You're only buying half the game.
I know. Yeah. I know all the things I said about it. Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Well, okay. I'll tell you why. Because
Go on.
I was on Amazon.
Dig the grave, make the hole bigger.
I know. And Amazon had a pre-order exclusive limited edition version.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. It's probably some janky digital content.
Box.
No, it's not even that.
Oh, wow.
It's some awful DLC stuff that they've
right.
cosmetics probably as well.
You get a hat that say you bought it from Amazon. You get an Amazon shopping bag.
You get Jeff
in
Bezos
the game.
as like, rather than the creature, you have Jeff Bezos as the sidekick.
Him, yeah, with like a big head and little body.
Rather than Starship, you have that phallic thing that they use. Origin, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, they had it and it was on offer for 50 quid or something.
Okay. Yeah,
which
is
is
good price.
cheap.
Yeah, that's a good price. It's considering most games launch and it's 70 now.
Yeah.
20 quid off straight away.
And I hadn't gone there to look at this game.
No.
I'd gone there because I'd seen that there was a Twitter post that went out about the new Warhammer game, Space Marines 2, is it?
Yes, it is.
That I've been kind of quietly excited about for a while. I don't like Warhammer particularly. I like the art style.
Yeah.
I love the kind of lore and everything.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yes.
I was never into Warhammer.
No, I was only into painting them.
Oh, okay.
I never played them.
I think I've only ever had one figure and I never did anything with it.
I mean, I was like 12.
Yeah.
But that was,
And their games are like massively hit and miss, mainly because there's about 1,000 every year.
There's loads of them, but there is some good ones out there.
There is.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
this one in particular has been a long time coming. It was delayed quite a lot.
It looks amazing.
It looks unreal. And then I saw this, I think it was a tweet, and it was, you can play it co-op.
Yes.
I was like, what? And it's play with up to 3 of your friends for 4-player co-op. It's like,
yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
So I went and had a look at the listing, and sure enough, there was this new trailer that gone out, and you've got the this campaign mode, like the normal story. Then there's a co-op campaign as well,
yes.
and there's PvP multiplayer as well.
No one cares about that.
No, I don't really care about that, but it kind of looks like it might be all right.
Yeah, no, that would be fun for the people that were into Warhammer.
Yeah. But for me, I just want to destroy swarms and play the story.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It's kind of like Warhammer does Gears, is what
exactly.
It looks like.
It looks like Gears of War. Like, it really does.
Yeah.
When you look at it, they're all big and tanky space marines, all sluggish, like running around.
You got
yeah, it looks cool.
Blast them away. They get up close. I'm going to smash them with a chainsaw or something.
Or a hammer or something.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
I was like, this just looks like fun.
It does.
And now there's this co-op element, and it's cross-platform multiplayer as well. I was like, unreal.
We need every game to be that now.
Yeah, so no matter if I get it on PlayStation and I don't have an Ally X by then, you can play it.
Yes,
it's on Steam.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be great. So looking into it, I saw that there was a pre-order special on that, and that was £50.
Yeah. So you decided not to go for that and got Star Wars instead. You went, there's this game that looks really cool, and you went, nah.
You know that thing about not pre-ordering games?
Yeah.
I bought both of them as pre-order.
Yeah, I can understand the Warhammer one. Ubisoft.
I know, it's such a risk. And there's part of me that's tempted to cancel the order. Honestly, I'm like, I'm still not sure if I've done the right thing here.
To be fair, Star Wars Outlaws is probably the only game that I would bring myself to pre-order. The only reason I'm not is because I've got that like trial code thing that you gave
Ubisoft,
me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to test it out then. And if I enjoy it, then I'll buy it.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. So I was checking out basically the pre-order for Space Marines 2, and then I saw that there's this special offer on Outlaws. I was like, I have been excited for this game.
It's a good price, to be fair.
And it's a good price.
Considering Ubisoft sell it for, what, 90 quid or whatever?
And you know how kind of dubious I was about it. I actually slept on it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't make an impulsive decision, which I mean,
this
1,000 times. Yeah, 1,000 times guilty of impulsive decisions.
Yeah. Let's see, impulse pre-ordering I can get behind, but
this is premeditated.
Yeah, premeditated pre-ordering. That's
I'm expecting the hate from the regulars in the chat. You members. I'm expecting the pressure for this. So I put them in my cart. I then left it, and I came in the next day and then opened my computer up, and it was there looking at me. And this is how premeditated it was. I realised I was logged into the wrong Amazon account. I was logged into my work account. I was like, oh,
what shame.
So I had to log out, get it through work. Oh, well. Try and claim that one back.
Yeah.
So I had to re-log in and put them in my basket again. So I had to really go through the process and keep thinking about it. But yeah, I went through with it. I've pre-ordered 2 games. One of them from the worst company in the world to pre-order from.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they don't ship a half-baked.
Well, they have now, because you were that one
over the
person,
threshold,
which ticked them off. They all got alerts on their screens. Went, they've done it. We've hit that pre-order limit. Let's release even less of the game. We'll add it more later. So yeah.
I don't know. If you're watching this on YouTube, put in the comments below if I've made a bad move here, and I can change my mind until
I
it's
think
released.
I think it's going to be good. I'm hopeful. I know some of the graphics and stuff look a little bit janky and stuff.
Yeah, it does a bit.
But I'm hopeful because they've not made this an endless, boring open world. They're really trying to say this is more of like a confined, guided experience. It's like a halfway between linear and open world.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want to have a nice time going through the story and stuff, not just being bored kicking around empty space for ages. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I don't want
positive.
That daunting feeling when games are too big.
Yes.
Rebirth definitely had that.
Yeah.
And I know there's actually quite a few people that have messaged, like in comments or whatever, have said exactly the same experience, that they get into a game that's that big now and they're like, they'll do the first big bit and they're like, yeah, really fulfilled. I'm going to 100% this game. Then they get to the next one and like, it's the whole thing this big, because I don't know if I've got the stomach for it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then by the end, you're kind of sick of it because it was too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's even part of the reason why I didn't want to start Ghost of Tsushima again, because I only played it for a few hours at launch and then I didn't play it again.
Yeah.
And I've recently picked it back up again and I'm like, I don't know if I want to play it again. But it's really good because if you just stick to like the main objectives, then you can just kind of go off to the little side ones on the way to the main ones.
Yeah.
And then it feels less daunting. Do you know what I mean? I've just actually been having fun. Just screw it. I'll just do the main story. And then I'm like, ooh, what's that over there? What's
over to this one.
Where's that fox going? Or, where's this little golden bird that's taking me? Like it's cool.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, basically.
Piece of candy.
But I'm actually having fun with it. I'm not getting that dread because I've just gone, you know what? I'm just going to play it. Like,
What's it look like on the Ally?
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, running it all high, very high textures. It's got FSR 3 frame gen as well. So like above 60 FPS.
The thing that amazes me with that game is how well it's held its price.
Yeah.
It's really held a high price for quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Was it 4 years old now?
It's 4 years old, but obviously it's only really just been released on PCs. And the price has gone up again.
But even on PlayStation, it's still a high price.
Yeah.
That surprises me. But it doesn't surprise you when you actually see and play the game. It's amazing. It's pretty epic.
It's a really good game.
I'm actually keen to... Did you bring your Ally X? Yeah. I'm keen to see it later.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some like captured footage of people playing it on PC and like really balls to the walling it. And it looks unreal.
Yeah, it looks really good. I still can't get over with these like upscaling and frame generating technologies that you can run this stuff at like very high textures on a handheld, like and get over 60 FPS.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's like, what the hell?
And you think that's a PS4 game, isn't it? At launch.
Yes.
Obviously the director's cut's not.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Nintendo podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Literally the other day, and they were talking about the Switch 2 rumors and how there'd been talk about it being kind of comparable to kind of PlayStation 4 performance. And there was a lot of negativity around that because obviously what we're doing here, PS4 is kind of old.
Yeah.
But I remember us talking about that, I think in the podcast at the time, saying that's just a really unfair comparison. Firstly, because it's a handheld device.
Yes.
So those specs don't really marry up because of the power draw and stuff. But also, Nintendo games are just a different thing altogether.
Yeah, they're a different beast, aren't they? Yeah, totally different.
They had a really lovely point in that. And it was like, imagine the very best games that are on PS4. Mm-hmm. Think like Last of Us 2, and you think like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
So the capabilities that's there to run games that are like that.
Yes.
Now imagine what Nintendo would do with that capability.
With like a Zelda game or a Mario game. Or
imagine Zelda in that kind of scope.
Imagine Mario Kart 9 is like Forza.
Yeah,
but
like
with
Gran
Mario.
Turismo
Yeah, exactly. But with Mario like sat in the seat.
Yeah. Can we have like a cyberpunk Mario Kart?
What if Mario Kart 9 is actually F-Zero? There we go. That's what I want, Nintendo.
A Mario Kart Gravity Racer. Yes. That would be the best thing
be so
ever.
If they could actually splice them together. Like sort of Smash Bros kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, where they cross over.
Get people from different IPs in.
So it'd be like Mario Kart 0.
Wait, even better than this. I've got an even better idea. Yeah. My idea's better.
Okay, fine.
Mario Kart, F-Zero, and Smash Brothers.
No.
So you have all the characters.
Oh, okay, from Smash Bros.
In Mario Kart
in F-Zero.
As a gravity racer.
Yes.
So you have Samus.
Yes.
Fighting Sephiroth.
They stood on top of the gravitators and you're fighting as you're driving the car.
Better.
So you're trying to control the car. Or it could be multiplayer. 2 of you are driving the cars and the other 2 are fighting on the top of the cars.
You played the remake of Final Fantasy VII, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Second stamp of the bingo card. The motorbike bit right at the end, which is like iconic in that game. Yep. And it's in Rebirth as well because you get to play. You get to replay it later.
Okay.
And it's like an arcade game.
You're
supposed to play it. Imagine it's like that. So you're like wielding swords off the back of your.
Yes, that'd be cool.
I don't even know if you need the gravity racer bit now.
No, you don't. But it's just going to be there.
Yeah. Yes. I think we've just invented the best game ever.
I think it's I think we've done it.
Would you download that? I would buy that.
Yeah, let Nintendo know, and they can.
It was our idea.
It was us. Yeah.
I mean, we're not making any of the development.
They can put us in as Mii's. So the 2 playable Mii's is just us.
I mean, yeah. We probably look like Mii's, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
If you did a cartoon version of us. Just generic. I'm generic brown-haired guy.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah. I'd love that. I would love Mario Kart with the Smash Brothers kind of characters in it.
Yeah, that would be
be so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, they should really just screw the Mario Kart name off and just call it F-Zero Smash.
Yeah, and it's just like the balloon battles.
Yes.
I love the balloon battles so much. Yes. It's so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're getting sidetracked.
It doesn't matter. That's what the podcast is for.
True.
Totally sidetracked. So yeah, not only have I pre-ordered games.
Oh, you have, yeah.
I pre-ordered a Ubisoft game.
Oh, wow.
I pre-ordered the Ubisoft game we said we're not going to buy until the end of the year. And I bought games for PlayStation.
I know. I saw that.
For the PlayStation 5.
When was the last time you bought a PlayStation 5 game? Rebirth. Was it?
I want to say Rebirth. There was something after that. Oh, the last one was Helldivers 2.
Okay,
Which was like March.
Yeah, that was a while back, wasn't it?
I played it once.
Yeah.
And got a bit bored.
Yeah, fair enough. I've still not played it. I still want to play it, but
they've done some updates recently and kind of killed it a bit.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought it was
I'll be honest. I've not seen what they've done.
Oh, okay.
So, we're not really here to give you the news on that.
No.
I've just seen a lot of people complaining about it.
Okay,
The updates have ruined it.
Okay.
I'd love to know what they've done. But it was, I don't know, Helldivers. I guess you just need a good squad to really enjoy it.
You need a good team, and then you'll have fun.
But we're all adults now.
Yeah.
We've all got lives.
I know, it's hard to marry up the time, isn't it?
We work together. We talk to each other every day.
Yep.
And we do this gaming stuff together as well. And even we find it hard to marry up to play games together.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's just difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're an adult, you got stuff to do, and some things just happen. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, fine, I'll rearrange. It's not like you're just online every night and just go, do you want to play? Do you know what I mean? Sadly, it's not as easy as that.
But I guess that's just because we're old.
Yeah.
I'm dragging you into this stuff. It's because we're old.
Sorry,
come with me.
I basically broke my leg sitting on a sofa, so it's fine. I'm old now.
That's when you do injuries doing stupid, inane things.
Yep.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah. So what have you been playing anyway?
I've been playing. I know we're going to be talking about PlayStation in this podcast, but I've been playing Halo CE, Combat Evolved. The original Halo 1.
I wasn't like, what game is that? That was like
the PlayStation people.
Yeah.
On the Ally X.
Okay.
Via the Master Chief Collection, which is free on Game Pass.
Amazing.
Right. With the Hyperkin DutchesS, which is a remake of the controller S for the original Xbox. So you had the big one that everyone would know, the Duke. Then everyone complained, went, who's this for, Giants? Yeah. And then they made a reasonably sized one, which was called the controller S. And Hyperkin have taken that, remade it, but with Hall effect sticks, with rumble in the triggers, with analog triggers. Yeah.
Wow.
It's still got the black and white buttons, which have full functionality. They've added bumpers because before it was just those black and white buttons. They've got the start and select under the left stick, which I wish every controller had now, because I hate start and select being above the sticks, because I always hit the sticks as you're going to press them. So it makes so much sense. But it's freaking amazing. This controller is so good.
That's so cool.
Especially with that rumble in the triggers. And the rumble is intense.
It's a proper Xbox, licensed.
Full licensed Xbox controller.
Wow.
It's on, at the time of filming, it's still on pre-order. And they sent them over to, check out. I wasn't even going to do a video. And then I started using it. I was like, okay, this is amazing.
Sick.
Yeah, this is too good. We're going to do a video. So that video's just come out, I think.
Wow.
But plug. Go watch that video. Go watch that video.
It'll be there. It's on the main channel. You'll see it. You know it.
So that's what I've been playing. And I don't even like Halo, but now I do because of this controller.
Wow. That's so cool.
It's been so fun.
I mean, that controller, not the big boy, when they shrunk it down.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the archetype for the Xbox controllers. Obviously, they've kind of refined it as time went on. But it's kind of widely regarded as the best of the controllers from the console generations.
Yeah. If Hyperkin could somehow make this wireless, I know they won't because it's wired, but if they made it wireless, I would only use that controller for everything.
I think it's difficult to get it licensed, isn't it, the wireless things, because of the anti-cheat.
I don't think there is any licensed wireless ones. I really don't think so.
Nacon have had a long time deal with Xbox licensing controllers, and they're all wired.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's obviously a thing that they don't license wireless ones.
Yes. Yeah.
But why not just do an unlicensed one?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and it's Xbox.
Yeah. No, I'm talking screw Xbox.
Like cross-compatible.
Give me a Windows one.
Just for Windows. Yeah, in that case, you can do anything.
Yeah, stick this on it. You know?
Wait, have a 128 KB controller.
Yeah, that's what I want about. Yeah, which is an exact rip of the Xbox Duchess.
Yeah,
you know the controller S, but just with our name on it.
And they make it for us. So we just put our name slap it. Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah,
like that.
Put it wireless. Give it to me.
It's that good.
It's really good. I like it a lot.
I'd love to feel the rumble in the triggers.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Again, I was thinking, and then I started using it, and as soon as I unboxed it, I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah. I
started playing. I was like, oh yeah, like on the shooter, the whole thing's like, it's just really cool.
Well, it's just more natural that it be on the trigger rather than at the palm of your hand.
It's got both. Yeah. So
it's
like proper rumble.
Whole thing's
going.
It
is. Yeah, it's intense, but it's good rumble. Real low, heavy, wide rumble.
Yeah.
It's not like tinny and horrible. Like it's freaking
it's got
cool.
The chassis for it as well.
Yeah,
isn't
it doesn't rattle. Like the whole thing is like the build quality is exceptional. Like everything's really good about it. The only thing that will put people off is the fact that it's wired.
I really slept on Hyperkin as a brand.
Yes,
I knew them for the Retrokin, I think it was called, or the Retron. I can't remember. It was like it was like an emulating console that you could put your actual cartridges in.
Yeah.
And then it would run the operating system. And you'd have multi-cartridge systems, so it could take, I don't know, like it could take Sega Master System, Mega Drive.
Yeah, like multiple.
Yeah. NES and SNES.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. And for a while, I was like, I think I'll pick one of those up. And I never bothered.
No.
It's retro games. I know.
Yeah.
Just because I know what I'd do.
Yes.
I'd pick it up and never play it.
Yeah, it would just be sat on the shelf just like that.
It would be like the Evercade.
Yes. The Versus just
which I really wanted.
Yeah.
Got given it as a gift.
And it stayed in the box for 2 years.
So it's never been switched on.
No.
Sorry. That's bad, isn't it? I don't even think actually in any of the shots you can see it.
Oh, no.
I think it's just clipped out of shot.
So we're looking up and it's not even there.
It's on top of this white shelf.
It's just on the top there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, it's not.
But that was a whole podcast in itself.
It was. So talking about Ubisoft, why you shouldn't pre-order games, and then talking about Xbox and Ally X. Now we're talking about PlayStation.
Yeah, let's just cover them all. Nintendo was in there somewhere.
Nintendo was in there. Yeah, it was. So we've done them all.
Right. No, I want to kind of look forward a little bit to the PlayStation 5 Pro, which we all know is coming, is not officially coming.
Yes,
but it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, and it's going to be announced very soon.
Yes.
Possibly even September. So a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Can you believe it's September already?
What happened to August?
Well, we're kind of in the middle of it.
Oh.
But it's going you break the illusion of this being filmed in the past. They're watching it in the future.
Oh, yes.
No, I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about the idea of a PS5 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to kind of talk about like the pro, the fors and the against it, the PS5 Pro, the pros and the negatives. And kind of ask the question, like, is there a point to a PS5 Pro? Like, what's the point of it?
8K. That's the one thing, isn't it?
They're not going to 8K anything.
Why not?
Well, they said on the box of the PS5.
Exactly, yeah.
They recently took off.
I know.
Which is quite funny. Yeah, they lied.
They got one game that ran at 8K.
There was no games that ran at 8K.
There's one.
What was it?
I don't know what it's called, but there's one. There's
Pong.
Yes, probably. Yeah. There's probably
Tetris.
Yeah.
Obviously not going to have that.
No.
Yeah, so they obviously 8K, it's just not a thing.
But they only took it off the PS5 box recently, so they can put it on the PS5 Pro box.
Yeah, for certain. I'm not even sure how they got away with it being on the box.
Why did they even bother? Like, what were they thinking?
Who's got 8K TVs?
Nobody,
because they're like 10 grand.
The thing can't even run at 4K.
You can't know. 4K 60 is not even a possibility.
It's not a thing. So why say 8K? What, 1 FPS? Yeah, right.
I don't understand it. Let's accept the limitations for what it is. The PS5 as a piece of hardware, phenomenal.
It's great. Yeah.
Firstly, let's acknowledge we're kind of coming up to the 4-year anniversary of it, which is utterly insane.
Yes.
Over halfway through its life.
Yeah.
But as a piece of hardware, it's great. It's aesthetically weird and it's
but I kind of like
huge.
it. Yeah.
I'm still not keen on how big it is, and the Slim isn't any bloody smaller.
Yeah.
It's like marginally smaller.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's still massive.
It's still big, isn't it? Yeah.
And kind of angular, and looks like a weird building and stuff.
Yes, it does, yeah.
It's different. And I get it's kind of, you can't miss it.
No.
like unlike the Xbox X.
Oh, the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, the mini fridge. You can definitely miss that. It's just kind of this unobtrusive box.
Black box, yeah.
And the Series S, for certain, you could hide that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's tiny.
It's weird, isn't it? It's
like it's weirdly small. But yeah, but as a piece of hardware, it's like a little computing device. Phenomenal, really.
It's great. And I think they did a really good move with the stylings because you can't miss it. Yeah. You see that and you go, oh, PlayStation. Yeah. Or if you don't know what it is, you go, what the hell's that? And then people go, oh, PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the PlayStation.
So it's like eye-catching, isn't it? Yeah. Like, whereas, like you said, you could have an Xbox and people think, oh, you just got a little server there in your room.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Random thing.
Yeah.
It is a great device. Things like the drives, read and write speeds and stuff, the abilities that unlocks. We looked when Ratchet and Clank launched.
Yes.
That really kind of utilised that.
And the upgradability. They actually used, like Gen 4 NVMEs and let people
that were
swap them over.
user-serviceable.
Yeah. I mean, it only took them like 10 years to make that user-serviceable, but didn't launch with it, did it? The only thing I hate about the PlayStation 5, and I say hate, which is a strong word, is the stand. I hate that thing because I would have loved to have put it up vertically, but I didn't have space. Yeah. So I had to lay the thing down. And if you're dusting, right, it falls off. And then you got all the cables hanging out the back, which is probably under tension anyway, you know. So then you've got to like jiggle around this stupid thing that like latches on like this because it's got two little like feet. Yeah. And that you've got to line up with the little PlayStation logos on the back edge, which you can't see because you're dusting. So you've got dust in your face. You got the PlayStation falling down like the Titanic. And then you got the freaking...
You had yours lying on its side?
Yeah.
I never did that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Because it just looks like it's going to rock off.
Yeah, well, it does because the stand's shite.
Yeah. So I've got to stand it up so it's literally almost as tall as me.
That makes sense though. It looks cool stood up.
It does look cool.
It looks cool laying down, but it's just that stand is crap. Like if it latched on, so it was like locked in, great. But it's literally 0.5 millimeter of two prongs like this that just tickle the edge and keep it there.
So first up, it'd be good if the PS5 Pro
had a better stand. Yes.
Well, yeah, it's kind of what I was getting at. It just aesthetically, if they just improved it, if they could reduce its size, it doesn't need to be as big as it is. Yeah, there's no way that it needs that much cooling. No, it just doesn't.
Just put a better fan in it.
And we know that the Blu-ray drive is detachable. We've seen it with the Slim. You know, like, it's a detachable piece now. So, and it's a bump on the Slim. It sticks out rather than being integrated.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So you can make it smaller. I don't know why they need that much space inside. No, like I don't get it. It's as big as like a small PC now. Yeah,
it's pretty chunky.
So it'd be great if they improved that. But I was going to get to the actual like performance hardware itself. Have we seen it being pushed to its maximum yet? In enough for us to justify an upgraded spec version? Yeah, I mean, there's only one game that comes to mind, and it's the bingo card. I've set this up so I don't say it. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Because, that's got some performance issues. It does. It has big performance issues,
and that's an ambitious game.
It's huge.
Because they designed it for not the PS4, unlike every other game PlayStation, has.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah. But they designed it purposefully for the PS5. Yeah. And I think they weren't. I think they were reaching with it. I think they put it on PC, like made the best game they could and went, all right, now we've got to get it working, boys, on the PS5. Yeah. And they went, small problem. Don't worry, the PS5 Pro will fix that. 8K, remember? So I feel like they overdid it to make the game as good as it could be and knew it was going to struggle a little bit and then just went, man, we'll fix it later. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. The huge performance issues are... I talked about them a lot when I did like an first impressions of the game. It was a great first impressions. I enjoyed it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I genuinely loved that video.
It's nice, isn't it?
Those videos were great.
That was heartwarming. Yeah. It was... If you played in graphics mode, the game looks amazing, but runs like a dog.
That was the 30 FPS mode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's meant to be 30 FPS. Yeah. It's not reaching 30 FPS. Obviously, I'm not technical enough to be able to have some kind of FPS reader for my PS5. I don't even know how you do that.
No, you just make it up.
You just make it up.
Get like download graph off Google. And just stick it on the gameplay.
No one's questioning it. No, it's a graph.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if it was above 25 FPS. It was definitely, it was noticeable stuttering.
Nice. That's called cinematic.
Yeah. Like if you're noticing the stuttering, you know it's below 30.
There's a problem.
Because like 30 doesn't look stuttery. It just doesn't look as smooth.
Yeah. If it's locked in at 30, you can have a good time playing a game like that. An RPG is fine at 30. When it's stuttery and a bit horrible, like something ain't right.
Something that's not right.
Yeah, if it's not locked in, then there's an issue.
Yeah, so it's like scenery was, and this was I was testing this particularly on the demo version that came, and you're like in a kind of very closed off area of the game. It's not like the open world part. So it should be able to load this kind of more contained part.
Yes, more
freely.
Yeah.
And it's getting frame rate issues there. So then you're having to play in performance mode, and you do get a more stable frame rate.
But the resolution drops considerably, doesn't
Awful.
It's like potato mode.
Potato mode, yeah.
Switch mode.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's... Well, at least on the Switch, you're forgiving it. It's disappointing.
Yeah, I remember seeing like the comparison, like screen grabs.
Yeah.
And going, whoa, like, performance mode looks like you're forced to use for stability.
Now,
but then it looked a bit
patched it.
Oh, did they?
To try and improve it. I'd love to know if anyone saw a discernible difference.
Oh, okay.
It just didn't really do much. But the size of the game is so huge that, yes, arguably this could be pushing the limits of the PS5.
Yeah.
It's clearly not optimized perfectly.
Yeah.
But like when you actually get to like the latter stage of the game, you realize that the whole thing, it's not like loaded areas that you're like kind of discrete from each other. It is a world.
Yeah, just a massive
and everything
area.
is there and all is happening within. So you go, this is kind of mental how big this is.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that in itself is enough to push it to its limits. Beyond that game,
I can't think of anything like big enough to make it struggle. Do you know what I mean? I think stuff like Ratchet and Clank, which was designed to be like, oh, look at the PS5's quick loading times with the that NVMe. I don't think that struggled in any way. I'm pretty sure that plays really well.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem that PS5 struggles with is the performance / quality modes.
Mm-hmm.
The trade-off. Do you want it looking how you would expect a PS5 to look?
Yes.
Trying to natively play at 4K or at least trying to get there, even if it's slightly under. So like the best resolution, but you're going to tank that FPS. You're looking at 30. Or then you have to make that choice of, I want it to be smoother. I want it to look better. Or maybe you're playing an FPS and you need that higher FPS. But then you're taking a hit on the resolution and the quality and the textures and stuff. For me, I would want it to look the best. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I got the new PS5.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want ray tracing on all my games. I want to see my face in a puddle. Do you know what I mean? But I want 60.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. Like, so even on games that look great and perform great, say Ratchet and Clank, you're still going to have to trade off. Do I want it to look the best?
Yeah.
But struggle at, take that hit in FPS.
The kind of debate I have in my head is that I'm unsure as to whether the limitations we see with the PS5 is because of the hardware or because of the games. Follow me on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
How well optimized are these games for the PS5?
Yeah.
Especially when we consider the number of them that have to be developed for the PS4 at the same time.
Yeah.
Is part of the problem. I don't think it's all of the problem.
But it's basically like Xbox Series X
it's
and
exactly
S problem.
that issue.
Yeah. And I'd agree with you there because everyone, slams Xbox for what they did with the Series S alongside, which is forcing developers to develop one really good one and one really bad one. And if they just got rid of the S,
they could make a really great game.
Yeah, they could focus all their efforts in one system. Well, look, everybody, PlayStation are doing that too.
Yeah.
With the PS4, which should be dead. Someone's kept it alive. They've resurrected it from hell. And, there we go.
They've got an opportunity when they do launch the PS5 Pro to kill the PS4.
Yeah.
Take it to the farm.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us it's gone to the farm to live out its happy days.
Yes.
And then put a gun to the back of its head.
Yes.
It's done.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't even have to tell us it's done. They've just got an opportunity to do it. It's got to be the generation where the overlap's been the longest.
I think the trailer for the PS5 Pro should start with a PS4. Right? No, just exploding like TNT.
I thought it was going to be like a baseball.
Yeah, okay, well that could happen as well. Maybe there's like 10 shots of just different ways of the PS4 getting
different
ended.
Iconic characters smashing the PS4
and going, finally, you're done.
Yeah.
Now we can live on the proper system.
Yeah. You think that
that's the trailer for the PS5 Pro?
Brutal. All of a sudden.
You don't even see the PS5 Pro. It's just the PS4 getting obliterated, and at the end it says PS5
Xbox.
Pro. But that's it. Done.
I wonder how much of the problem that we see with some of the performance issues on the PS5 is masked, is because of these game developers having to develop for PS4.
I agree, and I do think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Because the PS4 should be dead, but because all of the players are on the PS4 still, Sony want to go, we don't want to lose sales. So,
and I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's understandable.
But I've always wanted to, before we were doing like gaming content and stuff, the reason for me to upgrade my system was because games were coming out that I couldn't play.
Yeah.
That looked cool.
They were only on the new system.
Yes.
Otherwise, what's the point of a new system?
I remember the difference between PS1 and PS2.
Yep.
And I was a little bit, maybe like a year in before I got the PS2. And it was because all my mates were playing like GTA and I like
couldn't
GTA 3 or whatever, and I couldn't play it. I was like, no, look how good this is. Oh my God. I need that.
But that's the reason you upgrade, isn't it? With anything in life.
Yeah.
Oh, this new car's better or whatever, like why keep that thing alive?
Yeah.
Like,
and they can keep supporting it. They can keep supporting the operating system and keep
the
it
store
alive.
up and stuff,
why not? Cool.
But stop releasing games on it.
Just stop releasing new games onto it. It doesn't make sense anymore.
No.
And it's hurting the PS5. Definitely hurting the performance of those games. It's probably not the whole problem.
No.
But it's definitely hurting some of the performance because they have to kind of make some compromises and stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing, I'll go with the PS5, and would you buy a PS5 Pro? Well, actually, before I say that, it's a really interesting question to ask you, because it's a different question to ask me, because for me, I'm upgrading if I'm doing it.
Yeah.
For you, you sold your PS5.
I did, yeah.
Quite recently.
I did, yeah.
I still haven't forgiven you.
No, a couple of weeks ago. It's like, bye.
Yeah, we'll move past it, but we're in counselling.
I can play all the PlayStation games I want to play on my Ally X and PC. And all the games that are getting launched on PS5 are co-launching on PC.
I feel like this is marriage counselling. You've cheated on me, and
there's just no
you're telling me all the reasons why you cheated on me,
but
you still haven't said sorry.
No. I'm not saying sorry.
God damn it, Andy! So for you, you would be buying a new system again.
Yeah.
Buying into the ecosystem again.
Yeah.
Would it interest you?
No.
Okay.
I'd buy the PS6. I would.
So the next generation you'll get into it.
I've always had a PlayStation. I've had every single one. And I've bought and sold and rebought the same systems multiple times. Yeah. So I've had a PS3, got rid of it. Had a PS3, got rid of it. Got a PS4, got rid of it. Got PS4 Pro. Do you know what I mean? Like I've chopped and changed like throughout my history of gaming and the whole lifetime of the PlayStation and everything else. But right now, with Sony making such a big push for PC gaming, which I think is the right move.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
If they kill PS4, well, now they've got the PC people, buying their games too. And for me, it just made no sense having the PlayStation there when I'd rather play it handheld on my Ally, and the guys at Nixie's that do pretty much all the PlayStation ports are doing phenomenal ports.
Yeah, great work.
Mind-bendingly good stuff. So there's no reason. It would be different if they sucked on PC. If all the ports were crap, and then I'd go, I'll just play it on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But there's no reason, because they're so good, I'd rather just have it on PC. So for me, it was kind of just a waste of money sat there, and we weren't using it.
Yeah.
So it was like me. So whilst I still love the PlayStation. I always will. So it's not just I've got rid of it because it sucks. I think it's brilliant. It's just the games I want to play, I can play on my PC.
And play them better.
And handheld anywhere I want.
That play them better bit.
If the PlayStation Portal was actually a thing, then maybe I would have kept my PlayStation. But for now, no. But with the PS5 Pro, again, no, because it's going to be a marginal increase. like jump up in performance and stuff, which is great for the PlayStation only players, people that want the bleeding edge of PlayStation and you live in PlayStation, that's it. I mean, I play everything, so I've got Switch, I've got Xbox, I've got PC, I no longer PlayStation, but I'll still play PlayStation games. But when the PS6 comes out, yes, I'll jump in on that, but we're still 4 years away from that?
Yeah.
So there's no reason for me to get a PS5 Pro when my PC's already better spec than it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's not going to outperform my 3080, even though that card's an older card now.
Yeah.
That's still going to blow it out of the water. So there's no real reason for me, unless they start making fully exclusive, really good games.
So glad you just went there, because that's where I want to go to.
Because there is none.
It's a real problem, the lack of exclusivity. We said it a minute ago, and you've just reiterated it. The reason to make the shift to the new system was because there was a kind of scarcity in the old one. GTA 3 had come out on the PS2, and I couldn't play it on my PS1. And it was a whole kind of generational change. And it is an amazing game still. So it was worth the upgrade.
Yep.
The same thing happened between the 2 and 3, and the 3 and 4, a little bit less so.
Yeah.
There was a bit murkier, but there was definitely quite soon after, maybe 18 months after release, there was a cut-off point.
Yeah. This
has just carried on and on and on and on.
It's never ended.
It's still not ended. And like we say, we're almost at the 4th anniversary and it's still going on.
Yeah.
I've got a little list.
Oh.
The lack of PS5 exclusives, and when I say this, I mean games that are released on PS5 only.
Yeah, only for
not on PS4 and not on PC.
Yeah, just PS5.
So a reason to buy the PlayStation if you've got a PS4 or a PC or something else.
Yeah.
Why would I buy the PS5?
Yeah.
It's to play games.
Yeah, and the games that are only available on that system.
And I think, let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I managed to find 10 games that are just on PS5.
And that list will dwindle.
It will dwindle. So we've got, one of them is a controller demo.
Yeah.
Astro's Playroom.
Comes through.
Comes through the PlayStation.
That's your Wii Sports.
It's like a 3-hour game or something to test your controller out. Astro's Bot, which is going to be great.
Astro's Bot.
Astro Bot.
Yeah.
Did I say Astro's Bot?
Yeah, you did, yeah. He's got his own bot now.
Astro has a bot.
Yeah.
That's coming out in September. There was a remake of Demon Souls.
Yeah, okay.
Quantum Error. Does anyone know what that is?
That was a quantum error in their part there, wasn't it?
Apparently it came out. It got absolutely slated. And also another one that got absolutely slated was Destruction All-Stars.
Great. Let's forget those two games. So we're now down to 8.
Okay, so really we've got so far Astrobot.
Yep.
And the next one, Rise of Ronin. I'm thinking counting good games now.
Yeah.
Yep. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh yeah.
But that's not going to be exclusive forever.
No.
It's coming to PC soon.
Yeah, Square, if you didn't know, everybody, have said, screw PlayStation, we're going to release everywhere.
Yeah, they've gone multi-platform.
Because the sales were sucking.
PS5, sales for them really, really tanked.
Because everyone's got a PS4.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2, good game.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Will come to PC.
Yes. Stellar Blade.
I reckon will come to PC.
I think they even said it's
coming. They've said they want to develop for PC. Yeah.
And Final Fantasy 16, which again
will go to PC.
is heavily slated to come to PC very soon.
2 games.
That won't come to PC that are full games.
Yeah.
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Quantum Error. Rise of Rain is going to come to PC, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Spider-Man 2?
No, that will come to PC. All the other Spider-Mans on PC.
It's a one game.
Which was Astrobot. Yeah.
That can't be right. But I'm looking at it in black and white.
Yeah.
So we've got 10 titles currently that are PS5 exclusive, 4 years in. And I'll reiterate, I don't mean PlayStation exclusive. I mean exclusive to the PlayStation 5
only.
Not on PC, not on PS4.
Yes. And half of that list will go to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why buy the PS5 at this point?
Exactly. That's the whole reason I got rid of mine.
Yeah.
That's literally it. It's nothing to do with me having I prefer Xbox or anything like that. I don't give a crap what the system is. I'm here for the games, And the only reason I always used to be PC and PS5, I used to avoid Xbox. I was like,
because you had a PC. Why bother with
I don't need an Xbox. I've got a PC. Do you know what I mean? So I was always PC, PlayStation. because I knew PlayStation had all the exclusives because they were very exclusive, and PC had everything else that I wanted. Like, we're ignoring Nintendo; that's in its own land right now. But then it's got to the point now where that role's reversed. I've got an Xbox and a PC, so I can play like stuff on Game Pass with one account.
Yeah,
because I only need one
you're
sub.
in quite a unique position with that you've got two people that want to play at the same time.
Yes, and
in the household. So that makes sense.
It does, yeah. And then it was like, well, I don't need the PlayStation because all the PlayStation games are coming to PC or already on PC. You know, I've got God of War, I've got Spider-Man, I've got Ghost of Tsushima. You know, like all these games, I've just got on Steam.
No, so I'm not saying that the PS5 is pointless.
It's not pointless, no.
The PS5 Pro won't be pointless.
No.
There will be a point to it. And if your only gaming device is a PlayStation, you're going to have an amazing time. It is, like we said at the top of the show, it is an incredible computer. It's an incredible gaming device.
Yes.
And all the cross-platform games that you can play on it are awesome. It's just, what's the incentive to stay there or to get into it?
Yeah.
It's got to be the exclusive games, and they just don't exist.
And also, I really think that step up from the PS4 Pro to the PS5 wasn't that big.
It was tiny, man.
Like what, you're getting half an FPS? Like, great. Do you know what I mean? It's like, again, with that whole performance/quality argument, it really didn't feel like next gen to me
at all.
Astro's Playroom did, because it was like the controller demo. The only thing next gen was the controller, and it's not even been utilized properly, in my opinion. At all. You know, so it was like meh. Whereas the jump between PS4 to PS5 Pro, now that is going to feel like the true next gen jump, I think.
Depending on the games.
Depends on the games, but if they launch the PS5 Pro with the trailer we discussed, where they just smash.
Smash it up.
They gather, they recall every PS4 ever sold.
Wow.
So like 100 and however many million of them, you know, and they just fricking drop a nuke on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then go, there you go, guys. Now buy the PS5 Pro. So PS5,
they don't even buy them off people; they just take them.
Oh no, they just rob them. Yeah,
right,
like
reverse
bandits
Santa
come
Claus.
in. Yeah. That's it. They hire Santa Claus,
evil Santa, the Grinch.
Yes,
it's the Grinch.
It's the Grinch. So he comes in, robs all your PlayStation 4s.
Wow,
blows them up.
Yeah,
and
then you have to go and buy a 5 Pro.
You have to buy a 5 Pro. You're not allowed to buy the 5 anymore. They discontinue that. So
wow,
it's 5 Pro only. Right?
So the 5 currently. Well, actually, technically, it's the 5 Slim. We're on the V2 of the PS5 already.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah. So the PS5 Slim, the disc version, is currently $479.
Yeah.
From PlayStation.
Yeah.
So it's held its price at that just under £500, $500. Very expensive still. What's the price point of the Pro going to be?
600 quid.
Do you think it'll be $599?
Yeah.
Is that... I just want to say, hear me out. The Portal was £200, and that's basically an Android phone.
Yeah.
The Dual Edge earphones were £200.
Lossless
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
The DualSense Edge was the controller, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And that was £200.
That's 210, I think. Yeah.
So basically a low rent version of the Scuff controller.
Yes. Yeah.
For the same kind of price.
Yep.
My point being, I'm getting at VR2, PSVR 2, £600?
Something like that, yeah.
They're all really more expensive than you expect them to be.
Oh, yeah.
Some would say overpriced.
Yeah, they are.
So when you say $599 for the PS5 Pro, I don't think that's expensive enough for...
Really? You think it's going to be more?
Wow. I won't spend it.
No.
But I think it's going to be more.
Oh, I don't know. I
think $649.
$650.
Bear in mind, the PS5 is $480. So it's almost
exactly.
£500.
That's what I mean. So in my mind, PS5 Pro launches at $599. The PS5 either stays at $480, drops between $400 and $450 and sits there. So let's say $425. Right. So then there's like a small jump up, but enough of a jump up to make people consider. But then it's not out of reach. I don't think it will stay at that top price point of $480. I think that price is.
I apologize for getting my phone out, but I think this is important.
Oh.
PS4 Pro.
I think it was about 100 quid difference, wasn't it?
Price.
I don't remember what the PS4 launch price was.
So the PS4 Pro launched in November 2016 for $349.
Wow.
I'm sure it was more than that. It felt like it was way more than that.
How much did the PS4 launch at? $350.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right, does it?
Doesn't seem right when the PS5's like £500.
It was this. Oh, so we've just answered the question. It was the same price as the PS4 at launch.
Wow.
So the PS4 launched November 2013, so 3 years before, at $349 in the UK.
Yeah.
And then the Pro launched 3 years later for $349.
Wow. Okay, that's a good
So
move.
now we know that they'll probably copy that.
Well, maybe. If they do, then winning. Like if they drop the PS5 price to $350 and then launch the Pro at $480, then they've won, you know. But I honestly think they're going to charge more for it. Because less people have bought the PS5 Pro. The PS5.
Yeah.
They need to recoup some
and
money.
It's Sony.
It's Sony, so they're going to Sony tax £200.
Yeah, it just feels like recently it's got out of hand with them.
Yeah.
They've really kind of egged it up.
I haven't bothered buying any accessory. The only accessory I bought for the PS5 when I had it since launch day was a second controller and the DualSense dock.
Oh, I got an aftermarket dock.
No, I bought the official one, but that was it.
Yeah.
Everything else is so overpriced. I'm not buying that.
No. If it's sub 500, I'll be more inclined to do it.
Yeah.
I'll be more inclined to sell my PlayStation and buy a 5 Pro.
Yeah.
If it's over 500, I don't think I'll bother.
No.
Because I don't think the step up's enough to justify
Well,
getting that close to the Ally X price.
Yeah.
Just doesn't.
There's no point.
No point.
Buying Ally X.
Exactly. And I think the other big motivator, and actually no, the biggest motivator is what games are there on there that are going to take advantage of it. Now, there's a big elephant in the room that we've not talked about. It's not exclusive. It's GTA 6.
Yes. Yeah.
GTA 6 is going to be
big.
Well, it's gonna be like a landmark kind of gaming moment, and I don't even know if like it can live up to the hype that it's generated.
Yes, yeah, exactly,
I'm worried for it in that sense.
Yeah, especially at launch.
Yeah, but it's going to really push resources quite hard on.
Oh yeah,
on the systems.
Yeah. Yes.
So maybe that in of itself is enough justification.
Yeah.
But I say that GTA 5, which is obviously still alive somehow, was that kind of scale of its time.
Yes. Yeah.
And I completed it on the PS3.
Yeah.
I bought it, played it, completed it on the PS3.
Yeah.
And then went and played it on the PS4. And yes, it was miles better on the PS4. But I still enjoyed it on the PS3.
Yeah. Well, it launched on PS3, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
I had a great time.
Yeah, same. Because that's how I actually completed the game.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played it since.
Yeah.
In 10 years. You know.
So yes, GTA 6 is going to need the added resources, but it'll probably still be a great experience on the PS5 standard.
Maybe, but again, you're going to have that trade-off of, do I want to play it at like 23 FPS? Because it's going to struggle, I think, in quality mode. Or do I want to play it at 60 FPS at like 720p? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, I think the place to play it will be the PS5 Pro. I think it's going to suffer on the PS5, and I think it will be the PS5 Pro that gives it a
There's other stuff we're not talking about. Is like, what are they going to implement any kind of driver level kind of AI stuff, like any kind of frame blending, any kind of upscaling as well, that we see on we see on the PC handhelds.
All the frame generation stuff, which is becoming a big thing.
And DLSS or like the Switch kind of, and talk about the Switch 2. Do you think they'll implement something like that in the PS5 Pro? Yeah,
because I mean, there's already like FSR based stuff on the PS5 already.
Yeah.
So like, you know, upscalers where they take a lower resolution and upscale it up, which is what the performance modes are doing, like currently.
Yeah.
But I think, we'll probably still see that to greater effect in like the launch of the PS5 Pro. You know, we'll have like a newer version of that, which hopefully will handle it better. Frame generation is a difficult one because there's artifacting visually that's
not quite
noticeable.
there yet,
it's not there. No, you would see it and go, "What's wrong with this?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's brilliant for like older systems, or like say the Ally X, which is technically an underpowered little tiny PC. Throw in frame generation onto that makes stuff amazing. You know, playing at like very high settings at like 100 FPS or whatever, it's incredible.
But it's also those artifacts that may occur on a 7-inch screen are way more forgivable.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. If you've got like a 50-inch 8K, no, 4K, 4K display, like OLED or whatever, some beautiful screen, and then you're seeing like all these weird like artifacts, I don't think that's acceptable. So unless they can really jump the gun, like, very quickly, which I don't think they will, I think you're more looking at upscalers again. Yeah. So like, some sort of FSR 3 point something, upscaling because it's an AMD chip, isn't it? Then I think frame generation is probably not in the cards. I might be wrong. But I definitely think we'll see more upscaling, which might be better than the current upscaling that we're seeing on the PS5.
Yeah.
Whether or not we'll need it, I don't know. I don't think it'll have the raw horsepower to be able to just plow through it without any upscaler.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think you'll be locked to, like, maybe instead of it targeting 30 FPS natively, so on the quality modes right now, you're trying to hit native resolution at 4K and you're barely hitting 30, sometimes 30. I reckon what they should do is keep the resolution the same, but try and aim for 45 FPS.
45, way more forgivable.
Because then because
when you dip below, it's
not as noticeable.
Not as noticeable.
So if they could keep it, like, aim for 45 stable, then that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
That would be massive change, for games and gamers, I think.
Yeah, so I'm on the fence. Obviously, we're waiting for the announcement. It's not going to happen at Gamescom, which will be actually when this goes out. Gamescom starts.
Yes.
But it's going to be shortly after the announcement, so sometime beginning of September.
Yeah.
And there's even talk of the likely thing is that it'll be announced September, it will release in November, which is what they've done with all of their consoles.
Wow, that fast. Yeah.
Where the PS4 was September announcement, November release for PS4 Pro was the same.
Wow, I didn't realise it was so quick.
Yeah.
Just shadow drop it.
PS5 was different, wasn't it?
Just put it in shops and don't tell anyone.
Just drop it there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the announcement cycle of the 5, but it dropped during COVID, didn't it?
It did, so it was a bit of a messed up situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. So there's every chance that it's going to come out by the end of this year. And I think the logical answer to this question, like, will it be worth it? It's dependent on the price.
Yes.
The performance peaking, as in, like, are we going to get a big spike in performance? And then what games are going to utilize that? I'm hard on PlayStation about exclusives, but it's not all about exclusives. I do acknowledge that.
Yeah, of course.
Because most people just have one gaming device and it's their only one. So if a game's cross-platform, it doesn't matter to them. They just want to play Call of Duty as good as it looks.
Yes.
Great. PS5 Pro will be that. They just want to play GTA 6 when it drops.
Yes.
They happen to have a PlayStation.
But I think the biggest thing is trying to convert the PS4 users to the PS5.
Yeah.
So they need to kill the PS4.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier,
drop the price of the 5.
Yeah, drop the price of the 5, put the Pro out at the price of the current 5, and then kill the PS4.
Yeah.
And then that will actually be a big enough jump for PS4 users to see a next-gen experience.
Yeah,
Going from PS4 to PS5 Pro will be like, whoa, So I think that will incentivize people, if the price is right, to finally jump ship on the 4.
In any of the generations, have you done the Pro version?
Yeah, I did the Pro on the 4.
You did the 4
Yeah, it was a really good Blu-ray player. It's basically all it was. Because I bought the Pro, we had the PS4, and then I got the Pro, and literally right around the corner, the PS5 was announced. So I immediately went and sold the PS4 Pro for more than I bought it for, because I bought it on Black Friday.
Amazing.
And so we had it for maybe like 6 months, maybe a year. I can't remember, something like that. But I definitely sold it for more than I paid for it. And immediately, the day of the announcement of the PS5, I said to Christina, I'm taking the PS4 to the shop tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I boxed it up, went the next morning at like 8 in the morning, went, there you go, put that towards a deposit on the PS5, please. And that's what I did. And it was brilliant, So yes, I have done the Pro variant on the 4, but I don't really remember much of a difference between the 4 and the 4 Pro.
No, I avoided the 4 Pro. I was tempted to when I couldn't get a 5.
Yes,
I remember saying it to you. I might just get PS4 Pro and be done with it for a while.
Yeah, you should have, because they just released every game on the 4 anyway.
saved a few £100 doing that as well. Yes, I don't know if I will this time. I'm still on the defense, like that answering that question is worth it. And that really kind of sits in with the comment we got on the channel the other day when it says, this channel provides no definitive answers.
Yes, there is no definitive answers.
When you're speculating about the future,
yes.
The whole point is, all we're doing here is spending half an hour or so with you and going through our thought process on, will I buy this thing or not?
Yes. Yes, and ultimately the decision is all up to you.
Yeah, and there is no wrong decision.
No,
they're all fun.
Everything's subjective,
and it's all fun.
That's the point.
We're just having fun.
Yeah. We all see fun in different ways. You know.
I do wonder why so many people feel the need to be so serious in the comments. There's a lot when you give opinion. There's a lot of seriousness.
There is a lot.
I want more stupid comments.
We're not politicians.
I don't know. Comment on Andy's t-shirt. Why does that cat have so many eyes?
Does it actually? I've never looked.
It does.
4
actually.
eyes. It does have 4 eyes. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, maybe because I'm wearing glasses. It's taking the mick out of me.
Oh, and I don't have a red
Why
t-shirt.
Why do you
today.
have a tiny speck of red with white on your t-shirt?
It's because I'm from Monaco.
Oh right. Oh.
I don't know. It's like the Monaco flag. I just made that up off the top of my head. I know it's red and white. It's all from Austria, if I'm on the side. Yeah, I don't know. But do let us know in the comments below if you're going to get a PS5 Pro. If it's exciting.
Make sure you're serious.
I'll be very serious about it because this is seriousness.
It's very serious business.
We need to take it serious. Gaming is life.
Oh, well, that's true.
You're incorrect about that.
Yes.
And if you've got any idea of why we're called 128 KB, I'd like to have your guesses below because some people have been guessing recently.
They have, yeah.
And there is actually an interesting answer that I've recently come to the conclusion on.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think you should change it each time.
Well, why it's called that? Yeah, it's already changed twice.
Yeah.
And once you're down there digging around in the comments, make sure you like this video and subscribe.
Yes.
And if you're in podcast land, you've got to Deep End. We love you.
Rate us.
Yes, rate the show. Because, ratings matter.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yes.
I'm not sure how they matter.
I don't know, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Giving them something to do.
Yeah.
Is there anything else they should do on YouTube?
Become a member.
Yeah.
Yay.
Why?
Come talk to us in Discord.
Anything else?
Because we're there.
Good pitch.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
I've kind of noticed.
I've been hungry for about 3 hours.
We've kind of done a bit of a...
Yeah. I mean, where's producer Pete with the burgers?
Oh.
I could slide a pizza in here.
My God, that would make this so much better.
Out of shot, so it just goes... And it just appears.
That would make this infinitely better.
And then we could just not talk and just eat pizza and everyone could watch us. Great.
We'd have to do this live.
Yes.
So we can eat pizza.
Yes.
I'm so up for
Can we
that.
get some ASMR mics? Yeah, that'd be great.
Eating in your ears.
Yeah.
This is the end of the show. This is what happens at the end. But before you go, there's one thing left for you to do.
Oh no, what's that?
And that's watch another video.
Yay!
Smashed between our faces. There's a couple of them. I think the top one's the best one.
It probably is actually, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, we agreed.
There we go.
So until next time,
bye.